that has actually had a direct negative impact not only on Pakistan's foreign policy, not only on Pakistan's national security or national interest, but also on the health of our economy and the lives of the average Pakistani. If I was to sum up the conduct, I'm talking about the political conduct, not the Foreign Office conduct. It's very professional. It genuinely is. But the political conduct of our foreign policy, and frankly quite a lot of policies, has been one of cutting one's nose to spite one's face. And it requires all of us to have a deep rethink about where we stand in the world today and where we would like to see ourselves in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, in the next 50 years, in the next 100 years. And are we as a nation, are we as a country doing all we can to position Pakistan, if not today, then tomorrow, in the best place for its people? And I would argue, unfortunately, we are not. Pakistan's, as sort of stated in your presentation, Pakistan's foreign policy is far more affected by the development of geostrategic, geopolitical events than many other countries. Pakistan's geographical location is such that we are positioned in a place that means that the developments of geopolitical effects have affected Pakistan directly in the past and will continue to do so in the future. Our neighbor to the north is China, our all-weather friend. Whether we like it or not, we will never be able to change the fact that India is also our neighbor. And on the other side, we have Iran, from where I've just returned on my first official visit as foreign minister, and of course, Afghanistan. So it is very easy to see that the development of global geopolitical events have had a direct impact on Pakistan. But have we been conducting ourselves in a way that engages with these challenges, sees them as not only challenges but also an opportunity? I don't think we have been. Or if we have been, I'm sure we've been trying to, but there's a lot more potential which is just waiting to be unlocked. Diplomatically, economically, culturally, politically, we believe that engagement is the answer. When I say we're cutting our nose to spite our face, I mean that if we're not even going to try and engage on the basis of one issue or the other, then how can we hope to impact or change the course of events? Because the decision Pakistan makes, I believe, not only it will change the course of events or the direction that our country will take, our people will take, our economy will take, but the decisions that Pakistan takes and its conduct will directly impact world events. Ambassador, you talked about the presumption, the way that most of the world is seeing global events developing today, of global power conflict, great power conflict. Now, is this great power conflict in the interest of Pakistan? And can Pakistan do anything to mitigate, avert, or play its part, rather than increasing conflict, increasing tensions, but actually to reduce tensions, to play a bridge, to play a role, to enhance engagement. I believe we have in the past, and we can do so again. If it is in the context of our relationship with China, there is no doubt that Pakistan's relationship with the people of China will continue to grow from strength to strength. We are committed to our economic engagement. We have achieved quite a lot through the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and there's much more for us to unlock as far as our economic potential is concerned. But if the development of global events take the trajectory as we see today, then it surely doesn't serve Pakistan's interests that a great power conflict break out in our neighborhood. And the consequences for that, for our people and for our region, are significant. In the past, Pakistan has not played a role of an aggravator in such a conflict. In fact, Pakistan has played the role of a bridge. Pakistan has played a role of the bridge in the past between the United States and China in establishing diplomatic relations between the two countries. And there's, rather than being perceived as it being inevitable for us to be sucked in to a great power conflict in the region, Pakistan still has the potential to play the role as a bridge between great powers rather than a divider. And that requires engagement. It requires engagement with the United States as well. And our relationship with the United States has also been heavily tinted by a specific security lens. Our Pakistanis, particularly, as I said, are so well positioned. If we engage with our overseas communities, if we engage with our intellectual capital, and if we engage with the United States, not just as a country, but as a people, to put across our point of view and provide not only economic opportunities for our people, but to play a role in reducing rather than increasing the tensions on the world stage. We have our issues with India. Pakistan and India have a long history of war and conflict. And to the point today where we have serious disputes. The events of August 2019 cannot be taken lightly. The undermining, or the attempted undermining, of the internationally disputed status of Indian occupied Kashmir, the beginning of a process to undermine the Muslim majority and artificially empower the minority, are such important issues for us that indeed we have to take them up in the most serious and most aggressive manner. They've formed a cornerstone of any conversation that I've had. Is that the azan? They formed the cornerstone of any conversation that I've